Hello everyone, this is Suneve, and I'm coming to you with Can You Teach Me How to Smile Again? An Eyeless Jacket Reader by RoseBlue26. I'm going to be starting off with Chapter 9, Jeff's POV. Fuck it, I'm done searching for that bitch, I said as I left behind Ben and Jello J in the forest. Hey, this was your fault to begin with, Ben hollered. Like I said, I don't care. I'm hungry and I'm going home. I shout back, not even bothering looking back at them. Once I reached the backyard of the mansion, I saw a figure laying on the ground. The figure then sat up from the grass, and it was her, YN. What is she doing there? We all thought she ran away, but now she's just laying on the ground just behind the mansion? I was furious when I saw her. Something in me just snapped by looking at her, enjoying herself while we went around the fucking forest till the middle of the night looking for her. I walked slowly towards her, and I brought out my knife. I don't care about anything anymore. One thing that I know is that bitch is going to die. Lion's POV. While we were stargazing, I suddenly felt someone was watching me. I sat up from my position and I tried to find who it was. Sally then broke the silence. What's wrong, big sis? She asked. I don't know, but I felt like I saw someone. I couldn't finish my words as I heard someone running towards us, and it happened so fast. The figure ran towards me too fast that I couldn't do anything else but roll over with Sally close to me to avoid his attack. You okay? I asked Sally worriedly. She was shaking and nodded slightly. My relief soon turns to a bit of annoyance to her attacker. It turns out the attacker was none other than the smiling killer Jeff. I stand up and face him, keeping myself calm. Sally, go inside. I instructed Sally, who was trembling behind me. But it's dangerous. We should go inside and wait till Sunday comes back, she said, tugging my shirt. Sunday just went out. It might take some time to run and hide from him, and I don't want you to get hurt. So please, listen to me and go inside. Okay, sweetheart? Don't worry about me. I promise Sunday and you that I will be careful. And I won't go back on it. Now go. I tried convincing her. At first, she was reluctant to go, but she obeyed and went into the mansion, peeking from the kitchen window. After making sure she was safe in the house, I turned back to Jeff. You little bitch, he shouted before running towards me with his knife. I just stood still and dodged swiftly to the left at the last minute. Still keeping my cool, I tried to reason with him to stop attacking me. Stop it. Why are you still trying to attack me? I asked as I dodged him swinging the knife at me while backing up and making some distance between us. Shut the fuck up. You just made all of us look for you like an idiot while you were relaxing here. I don't care what Slenderman's orders are anymore. I'll do what I please and no one can stop me. Especially not you, he replied in between his swings. So you won't stop until you kill me, is that it? I asked, dodging to the right, running past him a couple steps to make a bigger distance between us. He just growled, huffing from his continuously attack and rage. I don't think it's my fault if I did run away. Before, I might just let you kill me, but unfortunately for you, I have made a promise to Slenderman and Sally that I will take care of myself until they told me otherwise. So now, for the last time, I ask you, stop attacking me, or you will regret it, I said sternly. Or what? I told you. I won't take any orders from anyone, he said, charging at me with his knife ready to slash me. I sighed loudly. I have asked you nicely, I said as I dodged and backed steps. Stop it, I asked repeatedly as I kept dodging, but he just kept attacking, and each time I dodged, he got more angrier than before. In the distance, I can feel someone watching, but I pay no attention as I keep trying to dodge this smiling killer. Stop dodging, he said, gritting his teeth. How about no? Why don't you stop first? I just replied with a shrug. He ran full speed at me with his knife, and I was preparing to dodge again when suddenly I heard small footsteps running towards us. I turned my focus to the left, and I saw Sally was running towards Jeff. Jeff, please stop. She tried to plead him to stop by grabbing his waist, and it happened too fast. The next thing I saw, Sally fell on the ground holding her right cheek. I ran towards her and crouched to check if she was injured, and luckily she wasn't. It was just her cheek was reddened, and she probably got hit by his hand. I heard footsteps running towards us, and looking up I saw Jack crouch down to check on her too. Are you okay, Sally? How about you, Ryan? He asked. I'm okay, she replied. I just looked down and I felt my chest slightly burning, which I never felt before. Is this how it felt to be angry? To be mad? Because I really feel like I want to hurt that bastard. I stand up with my bangs covering half of my face and clenching my fists on my sides. So, Sally, Before the smiling killer could finish a sentence and come near, I quickly ran towards him, and I punched him directly in the face. He couldn't react as it happened too fast, and the next thing I know is that he just fell at least 5 feet away from where he just stood. He just stared at me, dumbfounded. How dare you hurt her? I growled lowly before wincing slightly due to the pain on my shoulder. Great. I just reopened my wound. Just peachy. What happened here? Slenderman asked, a slight hint of anger as he just teleported and saw I punched Jeff. I hung my head low, not wanting to meet his gaze and just accept whatever punishment from him for hurting one of his pastas and not being able to protect Sally. You okay? Your stitches, Jack said, walking towards me while carrying Sally. I nodded, not even looking up to see his face nor Sally's. Slenderman, she was just protecting herself and Sally. We saw everything that happened, said the elf with the green outfit. The monochrome clowns beside him just nodded. And he glanced at Jeff, who just sat in crisscross on the ground looking down. Jack, take care of Sally and Wyan. Jeff, you're coming with me. Others can be dismissed, he said before teleporting away with Jeff. I hope he's going to be okay. Even though he was the one that started it, I kind of feel bad about him when Sunday took him away. Come on, we need to check on your stitches there, Jack said, snapping me out of my thoughts, and I nodded and trotted behind him. Chapter 10. Jack's POV. After I had finished with Wyan's stitches, I sighed and sat on the chair. She must have punched him really hard since her wound just got worse. I have to bring her in my lab just to stitch it. Sally, on the other hand, didn't have any serious injuries. Just a bit shaky, but nothing serious. LJ helped to put her to bed just now. I looked over at the operation table. Wyan was peacefully sleeping due to the anesthetics. And when she saw Sally got hit, there was something in her that just seemed off. I wondered if that was the same thing that Slenderman wanted to confirm. Just then, Slenderman teleported into the lab. How is she? He asked. She'll manage. Her shoulder's muscle tissue is torn quite a bit. It might take some time to heal, but other than that, everything is fine. Now she is still under medication, so she might be asleep until tomorrow morning, I explained, glancing at her figure. Slenderman just nodded and continued. Very well then. If you don't mind, for the time being, I would like you to share a room with Wyan. I don't think it's wise to let her sleep in the cell without any attention. At least until I prepared her a room. And check on Jeff in his room for me, will you? Okay, sir, I don't mind. I'll check on him after I move her into my room then, I said as I started walking towards Wyan. No. It's alright. I can bring her to your room. You can go directly to see Jeff. Thank you, Jack. He stopped me in my tracks, and I looked him in his face and just nodded, walking out with my toolbox to Jeff's room. I wondered how badly he got punished this time. Slenderman's POV. She's definitely not a normal human. Her aura when she punched Jeff is different than her usual every day. If it were to be explained, it was a bit hot or fiery, and I wondered if she was related to her. She once told me that if she had a daughter, she would name her Wyan. Both of them also possessed the same camo, or maybe it was just a coincidence. I'll try to find out more about her when she wakes up. For now, I need to move her into Jack's room. She's going to need medical attention more with her wound, and I trust Jack more than the other pastas. I can put her under Masky, Hoodie, or Toby's care, but they already got lots of missions to do, and won't be around much. I lift her up carefully from the operation table and walked to Jack's room. Once I reached there, I placed her on the bed, and she looked peaceful for once. Before, she would be frowning every time I checked on her at night in the cell. I wondered why I felt like this. I felt like she was important to me. Even Sally got attached to her in just a day, and she feels like a daughter to me. I patted her head and pulled the cover over her chest. Get some rest now, my child, I said before heading out of the room. Maybe I could let her stay here, even if she is or not the person I'm searching for. I should prepare a room for her then, and for that I'm going to need some help from a certain someone. Time skipped to 11 a.m. the next day. Wyan's POV. I woke up on a comfy bed with black sheets. I looked to my side, trying to figure out where I am, and the last thing I remembered is being in the lab with Jack. And then it's all just pure blackness. I looked to my side and saw Jack sleeping on the chair with his hand crossed in front of him. Wait, is this his room? Why is he sleeping there? What time is it anyway? I looked to the window that was covered by a dark curtain, trying to figure out what time it was. From the intensity of the light, it seemed like almost noon. Did I really sleep that long? It must have been the medication. Well, at least I got a good sleep for once. I tried to sit up from my bed, but I fell back as I winced from the sudden pain from the wound. It must be pretty bad since it hurt like hell. And then suddenly Jack's voice echoed through the silent room. Good morning. I tried to sitting back up slowly, and I felt Jack's hand help me to do so carefully. Good morning. Thanks, but why am I in your room? Did you sleep there from last night, or what time did you get to rest? I asked with a slight of concern regarding his rest. I'm sure it's not a good rest to sleep on that hard chair. Well, actually, Slender asked me to share a room with you for the time being, as you were not well enough. I hope you didn't mind. Yeah, I must have fell asleep in the chair after I went to Jeff's room. I finished patching him up around 4 a.m. in the morning, he said, scratching slightly on his cheek. I blinked, trying to process what he just said. I have to share a room with him? To when? And how bad is Jeff's injury that took him so long to patch him up? I thought. Oh, alright, are you okay with me staying here? I don't mind staying in the cell. I can tell Slenderman that I can stay in the basement, I said. He shook his head. Nah, I don't mind. I didn't use this room much anyway. Besides, Slenderman is right. You need medical attention, so it's more convenient for you to stay here rather than down there. Okay, if you say so. About Jeff, is he alright? You said you had to patch him up last night, I said nervously. Yeah, he'll manage. His injuries is from Slenderman. It's common for him to be punished, so don't worry about it. He had it coming when he disobeyed Slender's rules, he said, shrugging. Ooh, okay, I replied. Well, we better get you some breakfast. I'm gonna get some for you, okay? He said, starting to walk towards the door. Wait, you don't have to do that. Can I go with you? I mean, I can still walk. I just can't move my left hand too much, right? I slid slightly, begging for him to let me at least get the breakfast myself. He nodded. Sure, but are you sure you're gonna be alright? He asked, concerned. I just replied with a nod and got off the bed, walking towards him, and the both of us walked down the stairs and into the kitchen. There we saw Slendy cooking and Sally drawing on the dinner table. Slendy was the first one to notice us walking into the kitchen. Ah, hello there. Are you feeling better today? I was just finished preparing you breakfast. You must be hungry, he said. Sally jumped off the chair and ran towards me, hugging my legs. Big sis, you're awake, she said, giggling. I nodded and said, hello, I'm fine, I think. It still hurts a bit, though. Thank you, Slendy, but you didn't have to cook for me. I can still make the meals myself. I don't want to burden you. I mumbled the last part, still feeling guilty for yesterday. It is not a burden at all. It's what I do all the time. Besides, you are in no condition in doing any chores right now. Now, eat your breakfast. Jack, can you check on Jeff and bring him the breakfast? He said, placing a plate of toast, eggs, and bacon on the dining table. Sure, he said, and he took the tray of the same breakfast out to the kitchen, leaving just me, Slendy, and Sally. I went to sit with Sally and ate my breakfast while she continued drawing. Slenderman sat across me and asked, Wyan, I have some questions to ask you. I wondered if you were okay with that, considering your injury, he said as he motioned to my shoulder. Sure, it's okay. Only my shoulder is hurt. Others are still as healthy as usual, so some questions won't hurt. And you don't need to ask for my permission for anything, I said, and just received a simple acknowledge and nod from Slendy. Very well, then. We can talk after you have finished your breakfast and change your bandages, he said, and disappeared into thin air. I need to get used to that. Jeff's POV. I groaned as Jack helped me clean my wound. It's not unusual that I got punishment from Slender. I mean, sometimes I just can't control my temper. And that just got me to get more punishment from Slender. I wondered if Sally is okay. Jack said she's okay, but is she going to forgive me? I didn't mean to hit her. And that girl, YN. I guess I owe her an apology, too. Stop moving. I need to clean it thoroughly or it will get infected, Jack demanded. Well, it hurts like hell. What do you think I'll do when you put that thing on it? I hissed. Well, first you just need to suck it. You know this will happen, but you still do it. So just face the consequences. And second, stop making Slender angry already. You need to control that temper of yours, he said coolly while bandaging me. No promises, I mumbled. Hey, Jack, is Sally really alright? And what about that girl? I asked him hesitantly. He blinked for a second and said, Yeah, I told you Sally is alright. I think you can meet her now if you wanted to apologize. As for Ryan, she's going to be alright. She had put a lot of pressure when she punched you that made her muscle tore a bit. So it might take a couple of weeks to heal. For now, she might need to limit the usage of her left hand. Why do you ask? Nothing. I just felt like asking, I said without looking at him. He just stared at me for a while and nodded. Okay, that's done. Eat your food and medicine. I'm going to go check on Ryan's shoulder, he said, and he left the room. Ryan. That look on her face last night. I swear I saw a spark of fire in her eyes. She's something, all right. If not, Sunder won't be keeping her here till now, right? I mumbled to myself and ate my breakfast. That's the end of that chapter. The chapter after that one is chapter 11. Thank you guys for being so patient, and I hope you guys enjoyed those 2 chapters. I kind of like the story. It feels like something I'd find when I was in middle school, but it's not bad. Pretty good, pretty good. So let me know what you guys think of it. I'm like the stuttering queen like this week. This is insane. Whee! But I'm thinking about trying to find a Jeff the Killer fanfiction again. It's either that or I have been looking at one that has Hoodie in it. But you guys let me know. The one that has Hoodie in it is called Too Close. I think it has 884. Hold on. I don't know what that says actually. Is this either a 3 or an 8? I don't know how to read, guys. It's okay. Anyways, you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until next time, bye-bye.